you so much. Okay, you can start the umpire and you're good to go. Umpire, ladies and ladies, welcome to the process. The time bar is always two visits. Last game by Google. Time bar will be always 2 visits. I think you're going to Cesar,
Cesar, stand up for seconds, bro. Make sure. Come on. Boys, come on.
Soko lekete bikola. Soko silamani.
Yo bale tachirole kisono lyako.
Hapa ya leo.
Sleep on these players in the second half. Score these two goals.
Big. Sound check. Break and finish live sound check.
And now the Ubers is winner. The Ubers to the game and the player has received that game for refreshment. Thank you so much. That's how we do Alice. That's right. Thank you.
Come on, Scorpio. Come on now. I will. I can get. I will. Come on now.
Justin. A very good evening. Now that I think we have audio and video on all of the platforms, welcome to the final, the last match of today's live stream, the last match of this weekend's competitions. It cannot get any better. I have no doubt in my mind that these two have been the best players in the tournament, and with due respect to other players who have made their mark today, the likes of Ibrahim Kayanja, well, in a way, Joseph Kasogo, maybe in a way, Ronald Akapulira, but Cesar and Kelvin have been pretty much the very best. Now, these two are good friends in real life, for once rivals. The Zambian in Kelvin in Kandu did make the trip to Uganda from Zimbabwe via Nairobi, where he has been playing tournament after tournament, after match after match, after race after race in Zambia and Nairobi, and now in Kampala in Uganda. He himself, Kelvin, and his international teammate Moses Mafia did take the risk. Yes, I want to call it a risk because there has been this saying that Uganda is very unvisitable. When you are not Ugandan, you come and lose your money. He's trying to demystify that. He has played about 4 money matches and he has played money matches, winning 3 and losing 2. Kelvin has played this one as now his 8th tournament, and he has reached the final in 4 of them. The previous 3 have been defeats. He is up in mission to win a Ugandan Cup for the very first time, to try and make his trip to Uganda a big success. It will only be successful if he wins at least a tournament or 2. There's no shadow of a doubt that he can. Whether or not he will, against the best of Ugandan players, is something else altogether. Cesar Chandiga and Kelvin Fikoti are 2 guys that are quite friendly in real life. In fact, they have once played for the same pool club, that is Sharks Pool Club in the Zambian Pool League in the year 2022, actually starting late 2021. They had their ups and downs together. They were not playing against each other in many matches in Zambia because they were friends, not rivals, but they find themselves as rivals on the table because at one time, even if you are born by the same parent, as long as you play in the same sport at the same time, you at one time become rivals of each other. Kelvin has gotten to this final by taking down Ibrahim Kayanja in the more entertaining semi-final in a decider 7-6. Well, Cesar did get to this semi-final after beating Ronald Akampulira, another fast attacking player, this time 7-2. These guys are racing to 9 in exactly 1 hour and 20 minutes. That time is enough. They have ultimate rules to the effect that with 15 minutes left on the clock, they can only play each shot for not more than 20 seconds. For now, Cesar has gotten the groove right from the start and leads 3-0. And Kelvin trying to play catch up just like he did to in the semi-final against Ibrahim Kanja, winning in the last 3 frames. He is trying to beat Cesar for the 4th time in a row. It will not be easy, but if it does, it will be very, very, very significant. For now, Kelvin 1 and Cesar 3. Live commentary resuming shortly.
alright, it's alright, it's alright. One more shot. Steam like a scorpion. Steam like a scorpion. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
And guys, this final is being streamed live on 2 platforms. The Facebook stream is on Big Money Billiards Uganda chapter. The YouTube stream is on Break and Finish Live. But normally Cesar being Cesar, at the right stage of the tournament, is starting to do Cesar things and increases his lead to 4-1. And for the 5th time in the match, all of the frames that have been won by either of the players are being done so by single visit players of the table. Now, one thing I wanted to tell you, and you're listening to someone that has streamed dozens of Cesar matches, I don't remember anybody beating Cesar 3 times in a row. I'm trying to force myself. I don't remember anyone other than Kelvin who has beaten Cesar 3 times in a row. Yes, I do remember Ibra once beating Cesar twice in a row. Also Dog City did it. Also Ganda did it. But for 3 times in a row, I actually don't remember. For Kelvin, be reminded that he beat Cesar in the final of the ATA Africa Super 8 competition, the only international competition that Kelvin has won. Match that happened at Mchana Papa and Hill in Nairobi, rest to 16 in the final, ending 16-11. Now there was a tournament that was organized about 2 weeks ago, not actually 11 days ago, at Diplomat Billiards Cafe in Entebbe, a 32-man competition in which these guys faced off in the quarterfinals, resting to 5. This is a leading 3-0. Kelvin coming from back, winning 5 in a row. Kelvin won the match 5-3. And again, there was this tournament that was dubbed the end of year the beginning of year championship in the district of Masaka, about 120 kilometers west of where we are. These guys faced off in the group stages, and the race was 7, and the match was won by Kelvin 7-5. 3 times in a row Kelvin beating Cesar. And while these guys move on so well with each other, they are very good friends, but both of them really mean beating each other. Because if you can be reminded, that match in Masaka, the last one that they did face off against each other, was a preliminary match in the group stages. The tournament had group stages, then straight knockouts up to the finals. So Kelvin had won his first 2 matches, and Cesar had drawn 1 and lost 1. He needed to beat Kelvin to make it to the quarterfinals. Kelvin simply needed to play. He had already qualified for the quarterfinals, but he ensured that he beat Cesar. He knows it, that when you want to make a mark in Uganda, when you tour Uganda, you have to beat Cesar to consider your tour a success. After all, the saying goes that you beat Cesar, you beat Uganda. And the last time that Cesar beat Kelvin prior to today, as much as I remember, was the quarterfinals of the Queen's Sports Club double elimination comp at Queen's in Bulawayo in 2023. So it was all unsuccessful for Cesar against Kelvin. Since then, this time provides a 5th match when they are pitted against each other in the space of 1 year. And for the 6th time, in 6 frames, it is 1 visit over the table from either of the players, but Cesar having the lion's share of them and now leading 5-1. And that is a very deserving timeout for Kelvin, because he knows his good friend Cesar that when Cesar is in beast mode, Cesar is simply unplayable. And thank you, Africa, for only after 6 frames played combined on Facebook and YouTube, we are way over 1,000 watching live. Thank you very much. And whether you are watching on Facebook or YouTube, please don't forget to like this video. Simply like it and proceed to doing whatever you're doing. Just half a second of your time. Like 20 have liked on YouTube, and yet close to 500 are watching. Please like the video, YouTubers. Sham Hajare asking if that isn't Rashida. You're watching on Facebook. Rashida is at the venue watching the match, but she's very, very reserved. She's one person who doesn't ever make noise. The people who are supporting Cesar so much are fans of the team that is called Upper Volta. They are saying Upper Volta, that kind of support. And I don't know who now Mafia will be supporting in this match, because now Mafia is teammates with Cesar, but his countryman is Kelvin. Vincent Segia, thank you for watching. Also from Facebook, Sebastian Ian, you are thinking the final is ending sooner than later. At least, Sebastian, the final will not end very soon because we have timeout. And I think the match is resuming in the next 1 match or 2, because Kelvin is back and Cesar is following him shortly after. Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
As a leader, a player, a fan, and someone who is passionate about this game, do you think there is a chance that Kelvin is coming back again, especially after timeout?
Yeah, Kelvin is a very good player, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came back. But the way Cesar is playing is really quite composed, and I think he's going for it.
The guy started in beast mode.
Yeah, he started in beast
all
mode.
5 frames. He has won all 1 visit of the table.
So I think there are minimal chances, but Kelvin can pull up something.
Yeah, actually, he did. He won the last 3 frames against Kayanja Ibra.
Yeah. So Kelvin is a solid player. So it wouldn't be a surprise.
And that small comp, 32-man comp where Kelvin beat Cesar 2 weeks ago. Cesar won the first 3 frames, then Kelvin won the next 5.
Weren't they the first? Actually, won 5 frames and Kelvin.
No, it was rest to 5. Cesar won 3 in a row, then Kelvin won the next 5.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be a surprise really. So, but the way Cesar is playing right now, it is going to be a really hard task for him to come back.
I get you. That is Herbert CMB, a member of the Public Relations Committee of the Pool Association of Uganda. He is also an administrator with Upper Volta Pool Club, the team for which Cesar plays. And by the way, Mafia. The way he was running around the place trying to ensure that Mafia finalizes the deal crossing over to Upper Volta. It's a very good addition to Ugandan pool. I want to say again, welcome to Uganda, Moses Mafia, now officially as a member of the Uganda Pool League. So the dressing is that of the sponsor of the event, company that is called Comfort Aluminium Works. Yeah, gentlemen, they sponsored the ladies' event, but the men also agreed to dress in their colors, which is a beautiful thing in my opinion. Cesar did not dress on it because the t-shirt he was given was probably for a girl. It was quite small. Maybe he would have. It was supposed to be the t-shirt of Rachel Mbewe. And Enito will probably be wanting Kelvin to win this frame number 7 to put the score maybe in a little bit of respectful mode for himself. And if you remember properly, I did commend that the semi-final between Ibrahim Kanja and Kelvin was the best I was seeing in the competition, and I was comparing it to an earlier semi-final between Cesar and Robinald. I can put it up, but I can say officially that the final is now being played so far at world-class level. 7 frames played, all 7 being won by one visit of the table from either of the players, only that Cesar is having the lion's share of them. He needs 5-2. Kelvin, yes, he does have a chance, but only if Cesar's playing level can go just a little bit down. If he gets it a little bit wrong on the break, or maybe a little bit of unforced errors, which Kelvin could utilize and maybe steal the match away from Cesar. Geoffrey Damalida, thank you for watching. You think Cesar is winning? Okay, it is very easy to predict Cesar is winning. Toledo, you are saying that Kelvin is about to administer some table injections left, right, and center. Okay, let's wait and see. One thing I know is that if Kelvin loses this final, then I know that some guys, especially Ugandan fans, will be all over social media tomorrow and maybe tonight, bringing back the video clip of him warning Ugandan players and asking them for money matches. This is not a money match anyway. Dry break by Kelvin. You just wish, if you are a Kelvin fan, that doesn't turn out that way. Vitalis Motali, thank you for watching. You should be watching in Zambia. Motali should be a Bemba name or something. Nathan Diego Tembo, you're watching from Lusaka in Zambia on YouTube. Lewis Lim, guys, where is Press the Voice? As if she's watching according to what Lewis Lim is. Yes, Press the Voice, please. Bring your head out if you're watching. I want to see you commenting. Say yes. Davine watching on YouTube. Davine Dos Santos is asking about the race. The length of the race is 9 in 1 hour and 20 minutes. You can just imagine that, including the timeout. These guys have played 7 frames already and they have only used 29 minutes. Just imagine that level of accuracy. And please be reminded that the ladies' final has been won by a certain Rokia Naiga against Rita Mimosim. Now frame number 8 seems to be going the way that 5 of the last 7 did go. You don't see Cesar failing to finish off this one. Not when there is a final being played, not when there is a trophy at stake, money at stake, and the chance to take down a guy that is really getting the better of Cesar. The last 2 times they have faced off, Cesar will be putting the black ball to the corner pocket on the bottom left of your screen and sinks it in and increases his lead to 6-2. Sorry. A little bit of communication between Cesar and the umpire, or just passing over the tokens to him.
Scoreline is 2-6.
Hi, Angela.
I'm good,
Who are you supporting in this final and why?
Cesar, man.
But Kelvin was playing with Kasozi. We are supporting Kelvin. Now you are the same person supporting against Kelvin. What's wrong?
Yeah. You support someone accordingly. Kelvin is a good guy.
Yeah.
I want to remove that. Kelvin is a good guy. He plays well. But when it comes to Cesar,
you don't want to know.
that's my bro, man.
Okay, Cesar,
With
you also
Cesar.
support him because he's your teammate at Upper Volta, not so?
It's my teammate, not even at Abavota. I've been with Cesar. Even 2016, we were in same team, Sikai.
Now what
So
if
I've been with Cesar for many years.
he leaves the club Upper Volta, or when he is playing with Mafia, who is also a player with Upper Volta, who do you support there?
I'll support Cesar. Even if Cesar is praying, my brother,
No.
I will go with Cesar because I love him with my heart. He prays well. He's good. Cesar, man. I don't know what I can add even.
Enough said there. That is Angela Businja. She's a big name player, at least excluding the last 3 years, the last maybe 5 years. Even Amina Faithinganda is shouting Caesar's name on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Faith. And by the way, please be reminded that these two guys, this one is just the start of them facing off against each other. They have a trilogy next week. It should be on the 13th and the 14th and the 16th of January. 3 days. Mark your calendars. Cesar and Kelvin will be racing for $2,000 each race, having its own stake for $2,000, the pot of each race, and it will be a trilogy between the three. That one is still 98% confirmed. The only thing that is pending is for both of the sides to submit in full the step for which they are playing. Otherwise, agreement has been reached. And also, by the way, a pending trilogy between Kelvin and Ibra. But what about a money match between Kelvin and Kasos? Just a one-off money match. Kelvin going for another clearance of his own. He's not playing any bad. That I can tell you. It's just that Cesar has started the match in beast mode. And you don't want, if you're Kelvin, if you're a fan of Kelvin, you don't want Cesar to increase his lead at all at this stage of the match. You just want to see what you've just seen now. Kelvin starting to win some frames. It is now 3-6. Cesar in the lead. Every time Kelvin wins a frame, it is total silence. The venue becomes as silent as a graveyard. Then when Cesar puts the ball, now the noise starts. Oh, my good friend, please, the voice, finally bring out your head. Thank you for watching. My partner in crime, watching from Zimbabwe. And there is one thing I'm starting to realize, that even viewers in Southern Africa are starting to embrace YouTube a little bit more than Facebook, because most of the time when I do this double live streaming on Facebook and YouTube respectively, it is just about the Ugandans that are watching on YouTube and viewers from Southern Africa watching on Facebook. Now the YouTube stream has more viewers than Facebook. Doesn't happen so often. Very nice that we are now over 1,300 watching this stream live. And when you factor in the fact that it is coming to midnight Ugandan time, already coming to Sunday morning, actually it's already Sunday morning, I can just say thank you guys for allowing this sport to have its maximum publicity, at least online, and also allowing me to be relevant to your sports life. Joswag, you think these guys are really good? I do agree with you completely. Umpire. Stop. David Hams Mchanga supporting Kelvin from Zambia. Grace Nkandu, one thing you don't tell me, I always see you watching Kelvin's games. Are you family or you just a namesake? Are you Kelvin's sister, maybe wife, maybe girlfriend? I don't know anyway. But the name sounds. Anyway, for us in our country, normally you share names when you are family. Like from the same father. I'm not so sure that Kelvin intended to pot or intended not to pot. Otherwise, his shot that was not potted is seemingly at least not giving away the white ball cheaply to Cesar. But I think Cesar has sight of that red ball to the top left corner pocket, which if he pots and gets a good white ball, this game could be turned on its toes in the next 1 minute or so. And after that scratch by Cesar, that foul by Cesar, not a scratch, simply potted Kelvin's red. You just think that Kelvin has to utilize such opportunities when they come. They don't come so often, but when it comes, please utilize it. And I'm sure that everybody is praying all the way from Lusaka to Kelvin that please utilize this one. He is one guy, Cesar, that you have to beat to convince people that you have beaten Uganda. And it comes even better when you beat him in Uganda. When you are Kelvin, when you are a fan of Kelvin, when you are watching from Zambia. Like it has been when Kelvin is potting black, dead silence. Nonetheless, it is now 4-6. It's starting to remind me of some monthly comp that happened at Diplomat Billiards Cafe, the comp that was won by Mafia. These two guys faced off in the round of last 8, racing to 5. Cesar won the first 3, and just like that, Kelvin won the next 5. And when he was winning, he was playing pretty much on his own. David Hams Michanga, thank you for watching. You think the game is done, supporting Kelvin. Tareto says the handbrake is on. Swalen Sanjiva, you are supporting Kelvin, I know. But thank you for watching. Cesar aims at the top ball. He gets a yellow ball sunk and a white ball in space and an open table. This is what exactly Kelvin doesn't want to see. Because while the split of the balls is only fair, the Reds are clearly better positioned. And Cesar will definitely be going for the Reds and will definitely be attempting another break and finish.
It's about to smell what the copy It's about to smell what the copy
So in a way, Cesar is playing against his brother-in-law. Yes, you know what I mean. Christopher Kalibala, thank you for watching on Facebook. And guys, the umpire is quite busy. Please forgive when he doesn't flip the scoreboard. Sometimes he's the one, apart from monitoring the situation on the table, he's the one monitoring the EBS, the Elite Billiard Scoring System. That's why you have what someone was calling a calculator in his hand. Just to ensure that timing of shots, timing of frames, timing of the race goes to perfection. And it's now 40 minutes to go. Big Chairman Amdi asking how much the winner will get. Now, one thing I have to tell you guys, and I will say it again, that Ugandan tournaments don't have too much money. It is first pride, but there is some money to take home. Yes, it's just around, from my calculation, 320 something US dollars for number one. Then the money reduces up to the 8th placed player. And half of all that for the ladies. Cesar 7 and Kelvin 4. Benjamin Kaluba supporting Fikoti all the way from Zambia. Katanga Rose. You're from Rwanda supporting Kelvin. Okay. Okay, Charles. Supporting Cesar from YouTube. Nathan Jonas. You think Cesar is Africa number one? Well, watching on YouTube. Kasonde Kabwe, you're asking when the trilogy is. By the fact that you're Kabwe, I think you're watching from Zambia, from the Kabwe region. Yes, the trilogy is expected to be next week. But disclaimer, the trilogy between Cesar and Kelvin will be streamed by the Advanced Talent Agency.
If he does it, I call him over to you.
So those are some of the Cesar fans who are chanting the name Beat the Moko. Moko means brother-in-law. And then sister-in-law means Mulamu. I've just been sharing some words in Luganda to Mofia. He has also been sharing some Shona words to me and some Pemba words to me. In the course of the last 2 weeks, I'm learning a few words here and there. He's also learning a few words here and there. That was pretty much a miscue by Cesar. He was a little bit lucky with the result of that shot. Maybe he raises his hand in recognition of that. We are now just around 1,500 watching this action combined on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you, Africa. That was close to a foul, but is now in the opposite way, close to a clearance, because Cesar is having that black, which at times he can even put with his eyes closed to come within one of the victory. Yes, he puts and makes it 8-4 in a match where I've just seen only one unforced error from Kelvin. That's why sometimes I like to say that Cesar can be sometimes so ruthless to his opponents. Whether or not they have played well, the guy just finishes his balls and is starting to get money from the fans. Normally, the way Ugandans reward their favorite players. Every time you see him walking past the camera in the arena, he's receiving cash and he's still receiving more. Kasuni Ian, thank you for watching. Yes, $320 is low. I do agree it is low, but it is the only way you can have these comps repeatedly. Yeah, if you organize $1,000, $1,500 comps, you cannot have one every week, for instance, unless you have a very strong financial base, or when you have a very big sponsor. And sponsors are not easy in this sport of ours because they normally direct returns on investment, which doesn't always come that obvious. For instance, here in Uganda, our biggest competition is the car competition sponsored by a beverage company called Nile Special. While the company takes, yes, the necessary credit for sponsoring the game and returning to the players. There is also the consideration that everyone who registers has to buy their product first. You have to buy their beers first. That is direct return on investment. If no way is worked out for any potential sponsor to get returns on investment, it is very difficult in this sport to get sponsorship. That's why this sport is, in a way, suffering and struggling. That's why any opportunity that these players land on, they have to utilize it quite efficiently. That is one of the better shots by Kelvin in this match. Unfortunately, he still has one of his yellows packed right behind the two of Cesar's reds, near that corner pocket on the top left of your screen. And the big man, Amdi Senke, decider is loading. That's a decider can, but it's too early, man. Actually, by saying decider is loading, you think Kelvin is winning the next 4 frames all in a row. That was Kelvin supposedly succumbing to pressure of the ticking clock as he played that shot, eventually not potting it. And I do hope that Africa's media men are watching this one, because it has created quite an uproar on social media. It's late in the night, over 1,500 watching. Thank you, all of you who have shared this video. Francis Mkoka Kipixel's photography, William Soko Live, the grandfather of African streaming. Selonkoma Benjamin, thank you for watching. You want Fikoti to start for fitting finals? No, he has to play until he one time gets them. Seeming likelihood that he's winning a 4th final in a row. But remember, as you start to pull Kelvin's leg, that to lose a final, it's not good, but you have to reach a final first. For instance, if he loses this frame, be reminded that he will be number 2 out of 64 players. He was also number 2 out of 128 players in the PAU end of year competition, as well as number 2 in Masaka in the cream de la cream comp of the best 16 players of Uganda, and also number 2 in a 32-man weekly comp. But Cesar is now showing signs that he's going to be number 1 today. On one last red, which he'll be potting, allowing white ball maybe to bounce off the black and move towards the midpoint of the table, maybe off 1 or 2 cushions. The black is in space, could be potted in 2, 3, 4 pots. And I don't think Cesar will be finding it so hard to move the white ball wherever he wants, because that is his game. Here is the white. I don't think it will be accurate, but it will do. To one of the corner pockets closest to the bottom of your screen, either on the left or on the right. As long as he's on target, I believe the white is right and is safe. He's going for the right bottom corner pocket for the money, for the trophy, for the victory, and wins. For the first time in 4 matches, Cesar gets to beat Kelvin. A final where he started so well, so many one-visit clearances from both of the players, Cesar being dominant on Kelvin, and wins the final, which is a 3rd tournament he's winning out of 8, but also a 2nd in today's final score. Cesar Chandiga 9, Kelvin 4. You can just get an interview from Cesar. Man, I'm tired of telling you congratulations, Cesar, but I have to again because you've done that. Congratulations, Cesar, to start with.
Well, thanks a lot, Kelvin.
That one was a special performance, especially the start of the match. The first 6-7 frames, you were both winning by just apple after apple. But for you, it was 5 upwards from the first 6 frames. How would you start as a beast right from frame number 1?
I started so well because Kelvin is playing so well, so I give him a chance and he's good.
Yeah, and I hope you heard that Kelvin is inviting Ugandan players to money matches. I also know that your management team, the ATA, are organizing a trilogy between you and Kelvin. How ready are you for that?
I'm ready for the trilogy, but the trilogy we are going to be playing will be sponsored. But I'm asking Kelvin if on top of the money they have sponsored for us, if we can add more money so that we make it a bigger.
There is more money to fight for and there is more pressure for you.
Yeah,
and that
exactly.
I
feel like a money which is just sponsored and I've not maybe put any sweat of mine in it. I don't feel I concentrate that much, but I want him to put more money on the top of the money that I've sponsored so that we make it interesting.
Now, finally, I've asked this one before, but maybe I can ask again for whoever may not have been watching last time round. 2024 is up for you. Something outside Africa, something in China, Morocco, South Africa, anywhere. What do you expect from you 2024?
Yeah, in 2024, I'll keep doing. 2025, I'll keep doing my best, but though I want to go to Tanzania. I want to go and stay there for a couple of weeks so that I can train for Ebo, because I'm probably to leave for China maybe on the 17th, between 17th and 18th of February. So
I get it. Then South Africa, then Morocco, and everywhere. Congratulations. I wish you a happy new year.